The men's basketball team looked to stay on top of their game this weekend, playing 2 games in 2 days.
And the football team also went on the road to take on Ohio with a MAC title game on the line. Our Sports Update starts right now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Our Sports Update. Alongside Josh Filomeno, I'm Anya Cleveland. This week, we get up close and personal with senior guard Ryan Brooks.
Plus, we'll take a look back at the most memorable moments from a season to remember for the football team who finished the regular season off this past weekend at Ohio. I guess all good things have to come to an end, and the football gods have been nothing short of great to the football team this year. The Owls came in this past Friday looking to end their regular season by adding a 9-game winning streak. One more win will also put them in the MAC championship game. The Owls came in looking to soar over the Bobcats this afternoon. The strong point for the Owls again was the running game that continues to dominate opponents even without freshman running back Bernard Pierce. Matt the Bug Brown and Kyrie Griffin combined for a total of 255 yards on the ground and 2 touchdowns. The Bug alone ran for 172 yards on 25 carries. But it was Ohio quarterback Theo Scott who stole the show, not just rushing for this touchdown here, but throwing a career-high 324 yards passing, looking nearly flawless, going 17 for 21 and 3 touchdowns. Ohio would defeat the Owls 35-17, losing out on a trip to the MAC title game. As we look at the season in review, the football team finished this year 9-3 overall and 7-1 in the MAC. All 9 wins for the Owls came consecutively, setting a school record. Head coach Al Golden is up for a few Coach of the Year honors, including the Paul Bear Bryant Award. Freshman phenom Bernard Pierce finished his monster year off with more than 1,300 yards and 15 touchdowns, hoping the Owls to become bowl eligible for the first time since 1990.
Coach Al Golden has another reason to be proud. 8 players were named first-team All-MAC on Wednesday. The Owls racked up on conference honors with players being named to MAC East Division's first, second, and third team. Freshman standout Bernard Pierce was named Freshman of the Year, while Coach Al Golden was dubbed 2009's Coach of the Year by the MAC News Media Association. Now that the regular season has come to an end, the football team can focus on preparing for a bowl game. The question isn't whether or not they will be playing in one, but rather which one and where. Rudy Mezzi is in the newsroom with more. Rudy?
Thank you, Anya. Well, Temple has a 99.9% chance of going to a bowl game, and the 3 they're eligible for are not in walking distance, to say the least. Now, I'm here to show you where they're going to be. Go ahead and hop on board Rudy's road trip. Okay, now our first possible destination is Ladd-Peebles Stadium in Mobile, Alabama for the GMAC Bowl. If you wanted to make the trip out there, you'd be driving a little more than 1,000 miles for about 17 hours, depending on how fast you drive. As you can see here, I'm already in Virginia. I only have about 11 hours to go. So I know what you're thinking, that's so far. Well, maybe the Owls will get into the Little Caesars Bowl, pizza, in Detroit. Then you could go visit Ford Field, home of the Detroit Lions. It's going to take about 9 hours to cover all 586 miles, but hey, it could be fun. I recommend swinging around Lake Erie here and taking I-76 there, just to save you a few minutes, but bring some cash for tolls. Still too far for you? Well, here's the good news. ESPN has projected the Owls to go to the International Bowl in Toronto, Canada. Now, this one will be at the Rogers Center, which is the first stadium ever to have a fully retractable motorized roof. So bring your mittens just in case they decide to crack that roof open. Also, if you don't have a passport, get on that. They won't let just anyone over the border, especially if you're painted up in cherry and white. Anyway, it would take a little less than 8 hours to drive there, so make sure you take I-81 North to I-90 West. And this one has some tolls too, so if you have any Canadian dollars, bring them along, eh? Wherever the Owls end up playing, make sure you're safe and responsible. And most importantly, make sure you cheer for the Owls. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Rudy. Ending the season with a winning record means a different attitude than previous years for the football team. For players and everyone else involved in the Owls' success, this year's turnaround is very welcome, and it wasn't easy getting there, especially for the seniors who were all Al Golden's first recruiting class. Talk about the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. These seniors know it all very well. Drew Wallace has more.
The Temple Owls have gone 9-3 and are heading to their first bowl game in 30 years. It took Coach Golden 4 years, but he turned around a program with a losing record. This detail is especially evident to the seniors, who were freshmen in 06. 2006 was Coach Golden's first recruiting class, which saw 22 freshmen play that year. They faced many challenges those first 2 years under Coach Golden.
The toughest things as a freshman would be the physicality of the game and coming in as boys, really, where in most programs we redshirt at the age we were. And we came in and played and got our butts kicked, and that was definitely the biggest challenge we had.
Coming from the bottom, really, there's no one to really look up to as a freshman, because there's a new coaching staff, and there were still some guys that were with the old coaching staff, so they kind of were doing their own thing. So we didn't know who to really follow. So we kind of, were thrown out there, like just as freshmen. So we had to learn on our own.
Due to their youth and lack of leadership, the Owls went 1-16 in their first 17 games. Despite the team's misfortune, the seniors continued to believe in Coach Golden's system.
The kids experience nothing but failure, and quite often it leads to disenchantment. And it leads to, losing begets losing. And sometimes guys quit, and sometimes guys walk away, or sometimes guys get frustrated. That's what's remarkable about this group, is they endured adversity and hardship and stuck in there.
The Owls now have leadership, something these seniors didn't have when they were freshmen.
Having some leadership, which is what we're providing now, and just, trying to find that throughout the, past years that we've been here. It's been kind of hard, especially for me, trying to step up and be a leader and be more vocal, get the younger guys to follow my footsteps.
Reporting for Owl Sports, I'm Drew Wallace.
In just 4 years, Coach Al Golden and this graduating class have really helped turn the football program around. They went from 1 win in 2006 to 9 wins this year, and their first bowl game since the 70s. It doesn't come overnight, but the team has improved every year since Coach Golden became head coach.
The men's basketball team defeated Western Michigan 70-76 this past Tuesday on the 1st of December. Senior guard Ryan Brooks led 4 players in double figures with 17 points and 10 rebounds. This past weekend was even busier for the Owls as they had games on back-to-back nights. 2 of the winningest programs in NCAA basketball history took battle on Saturday. Temple and St. John's are ranked 6th and 7th in all-time wins. Little fun fact of the day. Anyway, let's get back to the game. Craig Williams gave them all 3 of those. The first half was all defense, the teams combining for a total of 20 turnovers in the first half alone. The second half went to St. John's as they started off on an 11-0 run. The Owls would cut the lead down to 3 eventually, but the Red Storm would prove to be too much for the Owls, winning 55-48. The night before, Temple playing a little Black Friday basketball, and the Red Unis now taking on Virginia Tech. Here's Ryan Brooks dropping a deuce for his 2 of 7 points. He also grabbed 4 rebounds on the night. Virginia Tech's Malcolm Delaney accounted for most of their offense, putting up 32 points for the Hokies. But it was Temple big man Lavoy Allen who played all 40 minutes for the Owls, scoring a team-high 18 points and pulling down 10 ribbies. Here he gets the layup and the foul. He had to help him up. Juan Fernandez had to help him up here. Now we have Ryan Brooks giving it to him, and he takes it down between 2 defenders and lays it up. Lavoy shot 89% on the night, going 8 for 9. Temple would prove to be too much and would take this one 61-50.